requirements are 45 range for the lowest level of chins. The quests are Tree Gnome Village, What Lies Below, Vampire Slayer, Lunar Diplomacy, and Lost City. Recommended is Void and 22 plus Prayer and a Rock Cake and some Nightmare Zone points already stored. You don't need 22 plus Prayer. You can do it with lower, but then it will be more annoying. You'll either have to have really short trips, or I think there are some items that can lower your HP. I think one is a badly cooked karambuan. I think it lowers it by 6, so you'll just have to bring some of those with you, and every time your HP gets up to 7, you just eat one of those. I haven't tested that out though, so I would recommend it, once again, 22 plus prayer. So for your armor setup, you want to have, I'd recommend Void. That is the best option. Then also after that, you just want to get the highest range bonus you can get. These arrows don't matter, they've just been what my accumulator has picked up. So I have a Book of Law. I think that is I think the Odium Ward may be better. Yeah, I think it is better, so Odium Ward would be better than this. Accumulator I think is the best range option for a cape. Ranger Boots, an Archer Ring, and the Chinchampas you're going to use. Fury. Monkey Madness 2 is not out yet, but it will be coming out in a few weeks. Once that comes out, I think there's a new necklace that gives some really good range bonus, so I would wear that if that is out when you're watching this. So yeah, that is pretty much all there is to the setup. If you don't have Void, I would recommend just once again the best range attack bonus you can get. So Armadillo, Black D'hide, Carols, whatever you can afford with the best range bonus. To whether to use black Chinchampas, regular or red Chinchampas, I will go over that after I've tested them all, gotten the experience rates and all that. I will give my recommendations for which Chinchampas to use. For now, I just have black equipped because I'm pretty sure black will be the best, but I don't know for sure yet. For the setup, you want to do a dream and do a rumble, do customizable hard. And if you don't have a quest cape, it will be 26k. If you do, like I do on this account, it will be 16k. So you will save some money if you have someone in your party with a quest cape, or all the quests done anyway. So once you have done that, whichever party member is doing that, you're going to need 3 people. So one of the party leader will do that. If someone has a quest cape, I'd recommend them doing it. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. So the person who sets up the dream will do that, come into this area. The other 2 people should be in this area. There's my first partner and the second one right there. So then the quest leader the party leader will invite the other 2 people. So there we go. I have 3 people in my party, so that's what you need. The first part was the same whether you are barraging or chinning, it doesn't matter, just setting up the party like that, that's what you do every time. As for your inventory setup, if you are using absorption, you want to make sure you have a rock cake. Absorption is good for barraging or chinning, so make sure you have your rock cake. Cash you do not need, unless you have none in your coffer. If you have none in your coffer, then you want to put some cash in there, so I'm just going to put all my cash in there. And so there is all my cash in there. So after that, you probably want to bring some restore potions or prayer potions. It depends on which prayer you're using. If you're chinning, you probably want to have Eagle Eye on, or Hawkeye, or whichever range prayer you can use, the best one. If you are maging, it's not as needed for maging to bring prayer potions and to use prayer. I would say I wouldn't recommend prayers barraging though, unless you are rich, because it doesn't help that much. So after that point, you want to grab some overloads, whether you are using absorption or not. So I'll go ahead and grab 16. And then if you are not using absorption, you will want to have a full inventory of prayer potions for protection prayers. If you can't use protection prayers, then you're going to have to absorption, or even if you can use protection prayers but you want to use the absorption method, you want to grab some absorption potions. So I just fill up the rest of the inventory with absorption potions. And I don't have runes with me, obviously. but because I'm just showing you guys how to set it up right now. If you were gonna be barraging, you'd bring some runes. If you were chinning, you'd be in chin gear setup that I showed earlier, and you would have the same, pretty much the same inventory. Yes, the same inventory if you were chinning, and then the party leader, so the person who set up the dream, would drink the potion. When everyone's ready, make sure everyone is ready. Once everyone is ready, you want to click on the potion. You want to make sure you have the right bosses. So these are the bosses I would recommend: Count Draenor, King Rold, me, Tree Spirit, and Khazard Warlord. Everything else checked off. Have the right bosses set up, everyone's ready. You want to hit accept. And the other players will get this message: enter dream 16k. So you want to do that. And then if you are absorptioning, you want to absorption to like 55 HP. You want to be above 50 HP, drink and overload. Have that get you down to whatever HP it should get you down to, but you should still be alive. And then from there, go down to 1 HP, and now you want to flick rapid heal. Like so, that will keep you at 1 HP. And this is where you want to stand if you are the AFK person. So I'm going to go ahead and stand over there on my other accounts. And I died on this one, but that's fine, it doesn't matter. So here's my other account. So you can find this spot pretty easily by these two rocks. Let me get these accounts. Okay, so you can find the spot. There's these two rocks right here, or whatever they are. I don't know. There is 5 squares in between. So you want to go to the middle one. Should be right here. So this is the middle. There should be 2 squares right there, or to the left of you, 2 squares to the right of you. Then you want to walk south 2 squares, like so. So we're both standing in the AFK spots. So I'll let my other account sit in the AFK spot, and then I'll show you the third spot where the lurer stands. I would recommend, if you're the lurer, then I would put NPC attack option to always right click. So for the lurer, you want to stand in this spot and this spot. You just want to keep running back and forth between them. When most of them are all stacked up, you can do attack, then run, so on, so you're not wasting any ticks. But anyway, walking back and forth like this stacks them up in the middle like that. So if you're barraging or chinning, then you just attack them, and you just keep doing that. Once they die, other ones will spawn, and you just want to keep going back and forth once new monsters walk over to you to stack them all up in the middle. And that's pretty much it. If you were one of the AFK persons, you just pretty much just sit there with auto retaliate on, and your guy will sit there and attack. And just a little tip, you want to attack Count Draenor or King Rold if you can. They're the ones with the lowest defense. So here are the Grey Chins just about used up. So that was the last one right there. The experience rate is 332k XP an hour. That is on the accurate slow one. 92 range, Eagle or Hawkeye. 133.7k points. So here we are. I just finished 300 chins. I'm going to check the experience really quickly. 300 red chins comes out to, if it lets me click on it, 372k experience an hour on accurate, 92 range, Hawkeye. I have 300k points, so whatever I ended the grade chins with, I'm going to go ahead and minus that. So I've been doing this for about 30 minutes on rapid or medium fuse. I started with 1,237 chins. I'm going to go ahead and stop right here though, and see what the stats are. So 1,237 chins. I'm going to go ahead and check the experience really quickly before it goes down. So 480k experience in about 30 minutes, so I gained 230k. So yeah, it's pretty close to half an hour. That is pretty good, I would say. Hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. You should be able to, but um, let's see here. Let's see how many chins I'm at. So I'm at 422. So I used about 800 chins or so in half an hour for that 230k experience. I gained 461,000 points. So I'm going to go ahead and check my experience really quickly before it goes down anymore. So I've been getting 413k experience. Obviously, I can't see the experience rates and everything for every single situation, different armors, different levels, etc. But what I got from my testing was at 92 range with Hawkeye, with the gear I had on earlier that I showed you, I was getting with black chins on rapid 480k, black chins on accurate, which I think is actually short fuse, 420k, red chins on the accurate option 375k, gray chins on accurate 325k. For the fastest experience, you want to use black chins on the rapid option. So you're looking at, with that, you're looking at about 45k black chins for level 70 to 99. It should take about 26.5 hours to use, and you should get 25 million points. With herb boxes, that is going to come out to 84 mil loss, which is about 6.8 GP per XP. Chins on accurate, you should be looking at about 41k black chins, 29.8 hours to use, 25 million points, so it should come out to about 73.5 mil loss, or about 5.9 GP per XP. Chins on accurate, you're looking at about 46k red chins. It should take about 33.5 hours to use, 25 million points, and you are looking at about a 45.5 mil loss, or about 3.71 GP per XP. Gray chins, you're looking at about 57k gray chins, which will take 41.5 hours to use. This is also inaccurate, so 25 million points, and you're looking at about 22.7 mil loss, or 1.9 GP per XP. The most efficient one to use is definitely gray chins. Next would be red chins. Normally if you're at atoll, black chin is the best, but here, since the defense bonus is lower, at least I assume that's why they are so much better here, but here gray chins are the best, followed by red chins, and black chins are the worst for efficiency. This is assuming you buy herb boxes. You can buy 15 a day, so no matter what chin you use, you should come out to about 25 million points from getting 70 to 99, and so with 25 million points, that should take about 175 days of buying herb boxes every day to spend them all. Benefits of chinning here at Nightmare Zone instead of Atoll are you don't have to return to Atoll if you're in a situation where you can't return to Atoll because of the experience reward and you already finished Monkey Madness. So that doesn't matter here. You don't need protection prayers, and you can still get top experience rates. The experience rates are pretty equal overall. Here you do get points, which then can translate to money. So you do get money back here, which is another benefit. The thing is, you don't have to search for spots. It's an instant, so you always have a spot. That doesn't matter. Positive is if you die, you don't lose your chins, which can be really annoying. Most people aren't going to die chinning at Atoll, but you never know when a disconnection might happen and you lose your chins. The benefit of chinning here is that you can AFK if you're one of the people in the AFK spot. You don't really have to do anything. You literally only have to click maybe once every two. Well, it depends on which method you're using, whether you're doing absorption or prayer. If you're using prayer, you literally only have to click maybe once every 5 minutes or something, I don't know, but with absorption you have to click once every minute, and that's it. The downside about this though is you do need 2 partners. You need to have 3 people total, so that's if you don't have 2 other people to do this with, then that can make this method obsolete. Now I don't see anyone ever doing this method, so that's basically why I had to have my own 2 accounts, being the other 2 in the dream. But after this video, hopefully there's more people doing it so people can find partners a little bit easier. This used to be pretty big back in the day before it got nerfed, at least the bursting or barraging was. Chinning not so much, because most people had the Black Knight Titan, which really sucks for chinning, But now that you can pick your own bosses, you can swap out the Black Knight Titan for the boss from Lunar Diplomacy, which is really low defense to range. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next video.